I'm just gonna just completely screw them over. Like
why would the game
break their own rules?
I don't know.
Why would the game want to do that?
It literally happens every time, though. That's the issue, and everyone in the game complains about it.
But why would the game want to piss people off?
I don't know, because it's annoying, and they want you to spend more money to buy more things, so they make you feel like you're worse, so you buy more stuff. Just a quick recap.
Christian
that's happened.
is just very weird.
Brian's all wet for some reason.
Brian's all wet. Emotions are a little high right now. Tim, we're coming off a rough game of Rocket League. First question for you: does playing angrily make you better or worse at video games?
It makes me
worse. Way worse.
Like, what are you doing?
So what is it? What is it that makes you so mad? Is it the repetitive being bad, or is it other actions in the game that seem like they shouldn't happen? What is the trigger for you, Tim, and then for others? Let's start with Tim, because Tim's coming into this riding a little emotional, a little downer this morning.
The thing that always gets me is when it's like repetitiveness. Like if one thing happens, it's not bad, whatever. Like, but when it's like game after game, like when you're playing fast games or like something just repeatedly happens, it just adds up, and it's just like, oh god, I don't know why I get mad. I try not to, but nothing makes me frustrated more than a game. Don't know why.
Just like a loss and then like a mistake and then it compounds and it just gets worse and worse.
Yes, and it's just then I do something stupid and then I'm mad at myself and then something else happens and it pisses me off and it's just like endless and it just keeps going and it feeds off it and I just like I snap and things break.
It's just one of those dumb things where it's something that literally doesn't matter and you can like click a button and leave the game.
I know.
And like go get some water and take a breath, but it's like you just keep going and you just keep diving into this like rabbit hole. But that's
just something that like people don't understand. Like gamers will understand that.
Yeah, no, it's it's like
every gamer does it, but like other people who don't game, it's the dumbest thing, and I can understand that completely. Because I'm like, and everything else, I'm very like calm. I'm very like easy going about everything, but like video games, it just pisses me off so much. Out of everything, I don't know why, and I know it's like nothing. It's pointless to get mad at it, but I just cannot help it.
Like outside looking in, people always like, like, why do you get so mad at it?
That dude is fucking crazy.
Like, why do you get so mad at a game? But it's like if you're playing the game, you get to the point where you're just so pissed, where like you're hitting stuff or you're breaking stuff. But then even at that point, like you'll stop and just have like a 2-minute depression just by yourself, like without even looking at the game. But then you'll keep playing the game even after that. Yeah. So it's like you reach your breaking point and then still keep playing.
You're trying to prove yourself wrong.
Yeah, you try to like come out of it, and then if like it could either all happen again, or you could like come out of it and start doing better. It's just one of those like cycles.
Do you ever notice yourself like how loud you speak every time you do something? You're like, what the fuck? Like,
like when
you say something stupid,
get angry.
Like when you're yelling. You ever realize how loud you're speaking when you're yelling?
Then everyone around you is like, you speak. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Is that like your neighbors? They complain?
I usually don't play video games with many people around me. So
if people are telling you you're too loud, you're super loud.
Yeah, exactly.
People and neighbors are coming over knocking on your door. Excuse me?
Is everything okay over there? And I just punch my neighbor in the face. Like, mind your goddamn.
So
why am I wet?
I don't know. People don't need to know that.
Whoa.
Let them figure it out.
So what's worse in a game, having like just normal people but just repeatedly doing bad like over and over and just seem like you're getting worse, or like getting into an area where like someone's like physically like cheating in the game and there's nothing you can do about it? So I guess in that scenario you're probably still doing bad.
I don't get as mad with the cheating as I do with just people like smoking me or just something stupid happened.
I would say the same thing too.
Cheater's gonna cheat, man, but
and then you can just that doesn't make me mad because I just leave and I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Report, leave.
Like, hopefully that dude gets banned or something.
Because I know I didn't lose to somebody who's better than me.
Yes,
I just lost to somebody who's fucking cheating.
Exactly. You know that.
So in that scenario, it's not just the losing; it's like the feeling worse than the other person. Is that what it is?
Feeling like my life doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? In both situations, you're doing poorly, but it's like you're getting angry in the other scenario because you're doing poorly against like a valid use case. Like, is it? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that is
like,
that triggers the?
I'm
not saying like I don't understand. Like I understand. I've been there, but it's like when you think about it, it's like what is the trigger? Is it that like, oh, I'm playing against this person and they're better than me, or is it just like I just feel like shit because I can't play this game? You know what I mean? Like
I think it just depends on the day. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it depends, but sometimes it's a combination of everything.
Yeah.
I play a game on my phone called Summoner's War, and there's these things called runes. You put runes and they do different things. There's a rune that makes your character or whatever take an extra turn. It's completely like RNG, so it's just like random.
Mm-hmm.
But that game, I wanted to snap my phone in half so many times because there's no way in hell that it's random. And like that shit pisses me off when it's like a game mechanic where it's supposed to be random or it's supposed to be like up to the game, but I don't trust it when I don't see like if it's like up to the game. Like, oh, I'm about to win. And then their dude takes like 30 turns for no fucking reason, even though I was just about to win, and then they win. I'm like, I'm breaking my phone.
But do you think it's that person doing something, or is it
well,
like
no,
in the game?
It's the game. But I swear to God, the game is not random. Like the game knows, like this person would have won. I'm just gonna completely screw him over. Like
why would the game
break their own rules?
I don't know,
why would the game
it happens
do that?
more. It literally happens every time, though. That's the issue, and everyone in the game complains about it.
But why would the game want to piss people off?
I don't know, because it's annoying, and they want you to spend more money to buy more things, so they make you feel like you're worse, so you buy more
Tim,
stuff.
how much money have you put into Summoner's War?
I haven't bought anything in a long time, but a lot of money. But I stopped. I took a long break, and then I just started playing again.
I put a lot of money into Pokemon Go, man.
I haven't bought anything else.
Like
I got mad at the game.
What'd you say, Kirsten? Go ahead.
No, I got mad at the game.
Which one? Summoner's War?
Pokemon Go.
No,
Oh, Go. I never played Go. But
either.
the scenario you just brought up something interesting, which I've like seen in like gaming news lately, is especially with like the new Call of Duty and stuff. Is like if you've heard of like the SBMM gaming, it's the skill-based matchmaking.
Oh yes.
So basically, like I mean, it's only the top level people that complain about it because basically it's like how good you are is who it matches you with. So if you're like a top tier player, it's only gonna match you with top tier players. So like the top tier people are mad about that because they don't do as good when they're matched with equally players. Like they're better off jumping in a room with like a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing, just like dominating. But like in that scenario, you know what I mean? Like is the game random but to a point to help it be fair? Like if you were just crushing it, they're like, oh, we need to give this guy an opportunity so that he's not pissed getting demolished, and then that he has a chance to win, and then he just happened to win because you were like killing him in the beginning. So like maybe it's something like that. But do you think so for like the topic of like SBMM, like do you think that's a good thing in games in general?
To some extent.
It depends on, I don't know, like in a game like Rocket League.
Yeah, take like a first person or like a competitive like Rocket League or first person. Do you think it's good in like a game like that?
In a game like Rocket League, it makes the games more exciting and more competitive because like, you know, there's a limited space you can go in and there's one ball and 6 people trying to hit the ball into the net. In a game like Call of Duty, there's, you know, 150 people or however many people on the map, and they're all nasty, and you're just going to lose every time.
But in a game like Call of Duty, would you want, like if you start getting really good, would you want to start playing with really good people, or would you want to start playing with randoms where you can start like dominating and just like wrecking every time? Well, you know what I mean? It's like kind of.
I think everyone would want to say they want to like wreck people.
Yeah.
But then at that point, it's like, I don't know. I'd rather have the system in place where that happens because I don't want to be on the opposite end of that.
That's why they.
I'm a pretty competitive person, so I would want to say that I'd like to beat people that are my level.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too. I want to feel like I actually won rather than just like handed it to me.
That's why they introduce ranked and unranked systems.
Yeah.
Because you can, when you're playing rank or games, they give you more competitive edge on other people, and then if you play casual, then you're just playing random people.
That's what they argue is like if they're gonna do systems like that, you play in a ranked system where you know who you're gonna go. If you're like a level 10, you're gonna face level 10s. Where in like a game like Call of Duty, where there's no like ranking system, you're just gonna get dropped into a game with like people who are just like nasty, and then you're just not gonna have a good game. But you think you're off, but you're just facing people that are like equally good.
I feel like Call of Duty though it's a little different, just because like the skill gap is a lot less than other competitive games.
I guess I would just say like any like first person type shooter, you know what I mean, like that have a system like that.
Like obviously there's people that are really good at it, but like Call of Duty, I feel like it's a little less. But
they did introduce something for the cheaters, like all the hackers and stuff. Like they match make with each other.
Yeah.
And, so you have to
the whole game
this
people
guy's cheating. This guy's cheating. Yeah.
I think it's just permaban people on every game for cheating.
Well, it's hard to problem with ban so many.
The problem with the bans is depending on how much information they have about you, they can ban your instance of the person, but they're not always banning your IP because they're just banning your account. So you just create a new account. Yeah. You know what I mean? like it depends on if they do it at your IP, then they could ban you at your house, but then you could still VPN somewhere else. And there's like there's a million ways around it. If you're already hacking, you probably know many ways around it.
Yes and no. I mean, you can just go online and type in like Call of Duty cheats and download something and do it. You don't need to be the one making the hacks.
Yeah. Well, most of like the Call of Duty hacks is like people paying this one company like a monthly service for them to like install software on the computer to enable like wall hacks and aimbot and stuff like that.
The ones or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like between PC and console, like PC is the high risk of it getting hacked or modded anyway, and then console is because you literally have to get a software to put on a memory card or just put it through SD card and then put it on a console, which a PC you can just download a program easily.
Yeah, but then nowadays where it's like all these bigger games are becoming like multi-console, so like
that's the thing.
So like you're playing Xbox or PlayStation, you're gonna play PC people anyway. So it's like unless they force PlayStation lobbies or Xbox lobbies, it's like it's hard to get away.
That's the thing. Like they're still getting used to the whole crossplay thing, but like most of the time for when I'm playing Call of Duty and I do crossplay, I hate playing with PC players because they're always cheating.
There is an unfair advantage there too. I don't care like anyone says. Like when I used to play Fortnite a lot, and I played on console before I got PC. There was like definite unfair advantages. Like when I play a game, I want to be facing people using the same like similar equipment, similar things. Like I don't care if you play mouse and keyboard or controller, but I think like if you're playing like at least competitively, like casually, whatever. If you're playing something at a competitive level, everyone should be using the same thing, because that it's not. It has nothing to do with equipment. It has nothing to do with your frames, your internet, or like whatever. Like everyone's on the same playing field, and then it's just your skill. Like I don't like when like you're playing something and someone's on mouse and keyboard, someone's on like console to controller, and like that just adds different factors, and then it's like I think it should just like even playing field.
That's the thing. They don't have an option yet for that. I don't know why. For like keyboard mouse, like I want to play people with keyboard mouse or people with controllers.
But even I think too, even not even just keyboard mouse, but like PC and PC. Like if someone's playing
you can
PC with a controller, you could, but I feel like
it's the console people don't want to play with the PC people, but the PC people don't only want to play with PC people. Yeah, because a lot of people play console. Like a lot of people play both, but like there is a huge console audience. You know what I mean? So it's like it's like you kind of have it split. So like that's why they like the game companies and the Xbox, Microsoft, those guys, they're like, sure, we'll allow it because it allows way more people to play the games and stuff. But I feel like the specific people that complain, it's hard to like please everybody. Like even like the skill based thing, it's like a 90-10 because like the top 10% are mad because they want to be really great and just smoke in every lobby. But then the other 90% of people that just casually sit down on the couch and play, they don't want to just jump into a game where they're just going to get absolutely destroyed. Like if they were to jump in with people their skill level for like a random guy, like come home from work, grabs a beer, starts playing a game. If he just can play and have fun, he'll come back and keep playing. So like from the game companies, they'd rather cater to the 90% because that's way more people playing their game. So it's like everyone's kind of arguing, but it's like if you're that good, you're just want to remain that good. So it's kind of it depends on what side you look at it. It's neither side's wrong. It's just the company's there to make money.
It's just like an unseen circumstance of gaming becoming a bigger platform and a more competitive platform.
Yeah.
It's created this like different issue of games being games, and now games being a career or competitive in all these tournaments and like cash prizes. It's kind of created this.
Yeah, the money stuff is hard because now it's like people are being like accused of hacking and stuff like that, but then you have like tournaments that are like $100,000 tournament, and it's like who's like watching these games to make sure nobody's like cheating or. But like you said, even like even playing field, like even like these big Call of Duty tournaments or like Apex or these other ones, it's like people like have PC, and it's like when you go to certain places, you can like just plug a controller into the computer. So there is like different aspects of it, and it does kind of change it. But I mean, skill level. If you're at the top, like you have to be good no matter what, I guess. So I guess for that, it's probably not as bad. They're probably all like just really good. The casuals maybe like one might have an advantage over the other. I feel like controller has advantage on some stuff, and the PC has advantage on others.
It depends on the game too. There's like certain games like where it will just run better on a PC. Like I know, like my Fortnite example. Like I was on console, and my buddy was playing PC. He's like, "Oh, he's shooting at somebody." He's like, "He's right there." It's like I couldn't see the dude. Like my Xbox couldn't render the guy at that distance.
Stuff, yeah.
It's like so I'm getting shot from people I can't see. So that's like 100% disadvantage. Like that has nothing to do with me. That's the limitations of the hardware. So that's like that from that aspect. Like that's why.
Do you think when they introduced like SCUF controllers, Astro Tournament Edition controllers, do you think that's more or less bad thing?
Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that's like a bridge between the two. You know what I mean? You have like your basic controller, then you have your PC, then you have your people like, I wish I had more ability to do something with my controller, but they don't want to adopt a keyboard because even like me, I have a hard time adjusting to a keyboard still. But like the SCUF is like, you know, a sort of an in between, and they're doing really good as a company. So like, I don't have a problem with that. That's kind of all in the same argument of like, does one person have an advantage over the other? It's just another factor in that.
Like I said, like all this thing I'm saying, like I still think all of them are fine in general. It's just like when we're talking in like competitive like aspect of it. Like I don't care. Like you can play on whatever you want. You can like if you're just playing games on whatever you want, your preference. That's like 100% preference. Whatever you like to do, whatever's more comfortable for you. But just on like a competitive basis, like it gets a little iffy.
Yeah, I feel like for like the cheating specifically, it's like so hard to get away from because like you can enable anti-cheat and all these things, but it's just like in real life, it's like okay, people just like I said, people just suck. People are gonna rob you, and it's like no matter what circumstances, laws, or protections, like this, people are just gonna be assholes about it. So
like, what converts them to do that? Like, do they get bored? That the reason, like, oh man, I'm bored. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to.
They're just born dickheads.
Well, yeah, there's like two factors. There's like some people that are like, they get fed up with playing against hackers, so they're like, well, I'm gonna try to play and like hack and do the same thing. And then there's other people that like are the originating people, and it's
just
like, why
do you ruin people's lives?
Yeah, and it's like, why do you have to like the first people to start doing that? And it's like, oh, they want the edge, but it's like. Then it's just literally like it's
not real.
Yeah, it's not real.
To me,
skill.
I wouldn't get any satisfaction of cheating. That's not fun.
Yeah, especially like I said, if there really is no prize money, like, and you know you're like cheating in the game and adding skills, and you win a match, like, what does that give you if you're just playing a casual match
for your own life?
You know what I mean? Like, what if you're not winning anything from it? And you're just playing some casual match. What does that do for you? It's just it's like a weird psychological thing when you think about.
They just get some kind of gratification out of it. I don't know.
Because like what I was thinking is, I mean, it would be hard, but like usually when they cheat, they
create
kind
like people who probably just failed their plumbing exam and they come home and they fucking want to hack and just feel good about themselves.
Brian just wants he wants one win in his life.
That could be.
Do it.
But I feel like when they enable these things, it's like usually it's like these weird additional scenarios. I mean, sometimes you have like the wall hacks and other stuff, but like in other games, it's like. You know, they have automatic sniper rifles and other nonsense. Like, I feel like if games had, like, open modes where it's like, okay, you can play in casual, like, you can play in ranked, or you can play in this mode that if you go in there, like, we basically allow anything. You walk into, like, Call of Duty and someone's, like, fucking Big Bird with rocket launcher arms. Like,
that would be hilarious. That would be fun.
But then it's like, and that sounds cool. I'm like, oh, people, if you were going to hack, maybe you would just go in there and do that, and it would just be this playground of just nonsense. But then the people that are probably doing that are still going to try to hack in the real version.
No,
so they're like, just the whole like aspect of bad people just never goes away, unfortunately.
If you had like a hackers lobby, it would be like a one-up of who could create the ultimate hack.
And that would be awesome. That would be really cool, and like it would like persuade people to like do that for that purpose, but not. I don't know. I just feel like the people that would do that would also just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna still try to hack the regular lobbies.
That's why. Well, it's kind of like you get mods on PC that not necessarily hacks or cheats, but it's like mods on games that kind of create this like sub game off of a game.
Yeah, like the
And
Garry's
like games
Mod
come
stuff,
from that. Yeah, and like
yeah,
if games let that, you could actually spawn more creativity from the players. They could kind of make their own versions and like improve the game on their own. So like if games allowed that more, it kind of would be good in a sense too.
I feel like we're just playing like there's like modding a game itself, story or something, adding some effect to it. Do you feel like it's more of like what the creators created? Like they wanted envision something to play that, but someone came in and just like, oh, I'm just gonna add this and that. You feel like it just messes up the story for what the real creators made for you.
Well, I mean, typically you're not messing with like the story per se. Like if you have a game that allows you to do something like mods to a certain degree, that's probably fine. It's when you're doing things you're not like allowed to that break the logic of the game. Like we keep going back to like Call of Duty. It's like if someone's shooting you through a wall, like that's definitely going against what the game is to be for. But if like what is happening over here?
Oh god.
Oh boy.
So I don't know. Like I said, I think it depends. Depends on like what.
No,
what
I
it
don't
is
think so. I think no to your question. If I think I understand the question, I would say no, because I don't know how to answer it, but no.
Just no. Just go.
No, yeah, I don't think it does. And I think some companies like embrace it. They're happy to see like their fan base kind of.
Yeah, like I said, if you're using the game to like add things to the game, but not like, oh, I'm gonna take this game and then just like I'm gonna be under the level. You know what I mean? Like like old school level games, you could like run into a corner and like look at the look left for like 20 seconds and then you like go through the level and you're shooting people through the level. Like they don't.
Not like that.
They don't want that.
That's just like exploit. Yeah, that's not like that's a glitch or an exploit.
But if it's like, oh, people learned how to like jump on this thing to jump on this to get to this cool roof, and it's like, well, that's part of the game. They just figured out how to do it. You know what I mean? Versus like under the fucking level.
Or fighting in the sky in an octagon.
Fighting back to back in the UFC.
Oh yeah, well those are just glitches. Those are
That's
hilarious. Some of the best glitch videos I've ever seen in my life.
Those UFC ones, those are legendary.
God, funny.
You seen those, Brian?
I've seen some of them.
Like,
that's so funny.
It's like in full guard, but they're
ones.
back to back. One person's on top of the other person's back.
Like the
so
commentating,
great.
that's funny.
The game came out so botched. It was so full of bugs. It was hilarious.
They're like, oh, he's gonna get him. Oh my god! He just flies 30 meters into the air. It's like, holy
He's
shit.
like Christopherson. He's just like flying around the.
Yeah, he's like ripping around the ring, like,
Yeah, God.
Yeah, that was like one of the
That's
first
great.
ones that came out. It was so funny. The
That's just
bloopers on
different.
that
Yeah,
one.
that's different though.
That's
Like,
just bad
different
development.
from mod. Yeah, that's not a mod. But
That's just people taking advantage of it.
no,
They
it's
see
just a
something
glitch.
that's fucking broken and they're like, yeah, we gotta do something with this and make it
Yeah,
worse.
that's different though than just blatantly cheating or making a mod for like fun or like making something that like you feel like should be in the game
Yeah.
or a different version.
Well,
of the
yeah,
game.
it's different for like doing it for fun and then doing it for like to be stupid. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like it's like spamming. Like when like
yeah,
you get like a fake phone call from like IT support and they're like, oh, we gotta fix your computer, and then they just steal all your money. You know what I mean? It's like they're just doing something stupid. Like they put all this effort into make this fake thing just to profit like money. When it's like you could put the same effort into like make something good. It's like the same scenario. Like you could mod and have fun with the game, or just like break it and piss everybody off for like your own
ruins other people's
your own
time.
thing. Where it's like the same like spamming is like, or these fake things like that. Like they put all this effort into like doing some hack to steal your information. It's like, well, just get a real job or don't be an asshole.
Yeah. Like you said, I think it just comes back to people. Just that's never going to change because people are assholes.
Like you can put anti-cheats and all these things, but it's like anything else. Like you can have the best like antivirus protection, and somebody's gonna out there is gonna figure out how to get around it. So I guess
Like,
games
I'm
are
bored,
less
I'm
of a
just gonna-
target, but
Yeah,
I hate games.
it's a love hate. It's a love hate relationship.
The
Yeah.
worst thing about games is you'll buy a game, you'll play it for however long you play it, and then they make a new one a year later, and you got to buy that one.
Usually not a year. It's
I understand
well,
that's like
Yeah,
you
if
know
you're
how they
playing
make money
Madden.
and shit.
Yeah,
I
Madden.
They
understand.
just copy and paste, change
Call
the
of Duty
people's
too, though,
names.
I mean,
Do
there's
you like
different guns in Call of
Yeah,
Duty?
Call of Duty is.
Oh yeah, Call of Duty is
yeah.
getting ridiculous now. Even the new one, everyone's like, it's not. It's the same recycled thing.
It's been the best one in a while, but it's still not like anything new.
But would you play something that's remade or
Like a remastered.
remastered? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
depending
that's
on what it
different,
is. They
though.
have
That's
some
like-
like remastered from
Something
like,
really old. Yeah, it's something a little different. Like if it played in like 10 years, that's like different. Like something from your
Frogger
childhood.
remastered.
Like playing
Yeah.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, it's something that's like
maybe
different
not
than
that,
playing.
but
Pong remastered.
Pong.
What I'm talking about.
Pong remastered.
it's like just 3D like VR.
You are the freaking thing flying up and down.
He's just gonna go up and down and hit the ball.
But the ball's coming at you this way. You're like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, that's
you
different,
could be guy in the air, rockets.
Why are you
What?
like
What's he talking about?
like?
We're talking about Pong.
It's like
I don't even
though. Real quiet and talking to himself.
He's making his own game over here.
slurring his words and shit.
This guy, Rockets.
So you think we could make a game?
We could make a game.
Well,
All
not
right.
me because I'm stupid.
All right, so we hate games. Let's get away from video games. We're gonna
Let's
make.
make
We're
one.
gonna make. We're gonna announce it right here. We're gonna make our own board game. Boom.
Yep. Boom. Done. It's already made.
Well,
sold.
it's in the
It's
works.
already made.
5 billion copies.
It's already.
already-
It's already
we
on
just
your way to
pop it
your
out.
doorstep.
Like, all right, we just got this rubber band. We use cell phones and
Let's just
wire,
let's just
chicken
let's
wire.
just use this time and like just talk through it. Let the people follow
chicken-
along on our process of figuring out what we want to make. Brian and
Do
Tim,
we
you
use-
guys did most of the research. What do we think? What
Research.
game are we gonna
We
make?
call it that.
So, what would
Oh, wow.
we call it, Tim? It's
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, we got to remove some of the bad words in your in your descriptions, but
let
Well,
me
we want it
pull
to be
it up
an
here.
adult-ish
yeah,
game, but not that.
It's a
bad.
game for everybody, not anybody under the age 13, but for most people, it's a game for most.
So we talking like a turn-based, dice-based, like what are we talking?
Turn-based, kind of a little bit of both.
We want to incorporate a lot of different things. Probably like a lot
We
of
took
concepts from our favorite
Tim and I
games.
kind of talked back and forth for a little bit and took concepts we like from different games and tried to
Incorporate them.
put it into one.
Yeah.
There's cards, there's dice, there's turn-based,
Dungeon crawler.
there's outside factors involved in the game.
So,
like,
and we
real
wanted to make
life
it too.
outside
We're still
factors,
working
but
on. Yeah, we're still
like
working on.
passive kind of things.
Yeah, we're like I said, we're still working on most of it, but we also wanted to try to come up with something that you could replay. That wouldn't be a board game where it's like a fixed trail or path or whatever, and you're like, oh, all right, that's the end of the game. You got to it, we win. It's
We want
something
we want
that's changing every time, where you can
Exactly.
play multiple times.
Yeah.
There's different outcomes. There's different.
every time.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like you have like when you have like board games, you have like different categories. You have like kind of like random like luck based, like draw a card, roll a dice, move a space type
Yeah.
of thing. You have like strategy where you have to like think of something or be quick or whatever, and then you have like more like imaginative game where like Tim and I actually just played a game Werewolf the other night. Nothing like crazy, but it's like kind of like purely imaginative and just like I don't know, it's just like strategy and like I guess luck of like the card draw. But that one's definitely more in like the imaginative category. So I feel like if we were to combine all of those, where you have some sort of like randomness of a card or a dice, but then you still have like people developing their own story with like
You
strategy.
can hold on to like a certain card or whatever, and you could play it at the right time. That sort of strategy, like
Like haunted, whatever.
Yeah,
Jail with a haunted hill. or
haunted,
something
haunted
like that.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
haunted, whatever.
Betrayal. Yeah. That's a good. Yeah.
Is that a real
that's like
game?
some of the Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one I've talked about it before, but it's like just the one where you like just discover the map as you go. There's different
yeah.
tiles, so you kind
Well,
of
it'll be one of the games that we're
going
gonna be playing, and
What?
we get together again.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
definitely.
it would
That's
be-
a good game.
I mean, we'll
I don't
get
know
there.
what you just said.
Oh, Christian.
And we'll
I
play
mean.
our own game.
Well, he said
Christian.
it'll be
Yeah.
a game we play when we get together one time. I think over as time goes, we'll start piecing it together. But yeah, it would be a game that
Yes,
like
and very early.
it would be like the essence of like what we're trying to do of a game that like fights the boredom. You know, like this is bored with the boys, so it'd be a game that is like for any different category of people to fight the boredom.
So fun.
I think it'd be cool.
Toddlers
Can fight boredom with our board game.
We'll use very large pieces that can't be swallowed.
Yeah.
Just giant fucking pieces.
The book blocks.
Like that, the game is just comes in like a 6 foot by 4 foot box. It's this huge thing.
Like,
Takes like 12 hours to set up. You gotta like nail stuff together and buy 2x4s and stuff.
we just take some Jenga pieces.
That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Like this game,
man.
you just build like a tree house. That's the game.
Yeah. It just teaches you how to like woodworking.
Build the CD rack.
It's like a side mission.
What
You
if
get like
there's
side missions in the
what if
board
there's
game?
a game? What's that movie
No.
called where like it's played by Emma Roberts and she
Harry Potter.
No.
Oh,
No.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Nerve.
Yes. So like
Yeah.
somebody's
That's
telling
like
you to do
TikTok.
something, or you buy this
People do
thing
stupid shit.
and it comes in the mail and it tells you to do it and you'll get this. And you
Yeah.
have to like prove it, send the video back to them, whatever. You'll get this, and you're like in a game that way.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool. It's like the internet kind of already does that, but yeah, like you said, the idea of getting something and not knowing, and not just
But
getting
from,
like
like-
an email or something like that is cool to initiate like a journey or a quest type of thing.
Yeah. Which would be cool, like from like a reliable, like if someone actually did it as like
Yeah, nothing
a
like
known source.
crazy.
Yeah, because like that movie, obviously people were getting ridiculous.
You could pick like level of difficulty or like how extreme, like backflip off of a cliff, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know
But
if
you-
that
you
would
know
be
what-
allowed.
you know-
like,
you
That's
know
like
what
that's
I mean?
intermediate.
Like-
It's easy.
Like, do you want to go sort of like extreme like adrenaline kind of shit, or do you want to
Yeah. Like,
ring somebody's
Yeah, it could be
doorbell
like
and
just
run?
jump in
or-
like a body of water if it's like December. You know what I mean? So it's like not something that's like anyone can do it. It's just is a difficult task because of how like uncomfortable it would be. How would that work?
Go
How
outside
would that
and-
be like expandable though? You would have to like set up a game for a person. You know what I mean? Because you don't know like where they live. Because you're like, oh, jump in a lake, and they're like, oh, the
Well,
closest lake is 700 miles.
They gotta drive 700 miles.
It's part of the game.
465 chicken nuggets.
Like-
There's long-term goals and then there's short-term.
Some
goals.
person
That
like
sounds
jumps
really
out their
cool.
house into a lake, and the other guy has to drive 700. They both get like $10.
Are we giving them monetary like rewards here?
I don't know. Not monetary, just or 10 points, whatever it is.
You get
Yeah.
sent like a gift card or something.
that
That'd
would
like
be
a tournament.
that would be cool
Dude,
if it was like an
Applebee's.
actual like online game where you yourself were the character, but it wasn't just like you in VR. Like you were like doing things, and you're giving like your character points based on like the actions that you did, like doing these events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if
That'd
like
be
you get in a group like this with a bunch of strangers, and you all have like a GoPro or something connected to this thing, and it's like, all right, first person to do this, go, and then like one main
stabs
person
you.
is watching everybody's screen, and the first person who does it gets the prize, and then you come back, and then he tells you another one, and then you got to go, wherever the hell you live and do whatever person says to do.
That's hard because like, the GoPros wouldn't be live. You know what I mean? So you'd have to like it would have to be like an organized thing where someone like
Well,
gave out the GoPros and
this-
collected
this-
them.
Kind of reminded me of like the thing that we did that you guys do for the Smith Fest thing. It's like similar to that in a way.
Like you come up
it's
with
like
a
scavenger
pre-existing
hunt kind of
list.
challenge
Yeah.
thing where it's all organized, and then you get the list and everyone has to complete the challenges and do these different things. And
But that's
You get
still
points at the
an
end.
organized thing because it's
Yeah.
it's specific to where you are, like houses and
Yeah.
buildings and locations. So
yeah,
you have to start local and have like organizers in different places.
We'll live someone's house.
what? Go lift
Kick
someone's house?
kick somebody out of their house and not get
Yeah.
arrested.
We'll
That'd
see.
be,
Making it
it would be
crazy.
it would be cool to start like a thing that like grew, like start a thing close like around here that was like get bored or something. It was like people sign up and we basically like build like a giant like
Experience for them.
experience for them.
Or
Not like
play-
a scavenger hunt, but like more of an experience, not just like finding
Yeah.
stuff or taking pictures, but like
Yeah,
you have to achieve certain things and like do certain
Like-
events, and it could be across like multiple days. So you
Like-
can have different people joining you.
Play Ultimate Tag.
What?
Ultimate.
Ultimate Tag.
Tag. like he said tech.
Yeah, he's a tech.
Ultimate
I
tech.
don't know what he's saying lately.
He's
Someone's
all night
internet's
Christian has been on a
messed
different
up.
You guys
level.
see that movie Tag?
What? Oh no, I didn't see that Tag movie with Hawkeye.
It's actually based on a real story.
Yeah, I heard that.
These old guys. That's the only way they can like get together, like because they got older.
Oh,
and
that one, yeah.
Yeah, it had like the guy from James Bond and like Hawkeye and like a bunch of like.
Yeah.
I never saw that one, but
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
that would be a cool thing to like set up locally. I mean, I guess like the Smithfest thing that we did was basically
Those are
that.
always fun. Like games like that too. Like when you were like younger and you'd play like Manhunt in like the neighborhood. Like I like remember as being a kid, like
Ultimate,
yeah. Like it'd be so cool to set something up like that. Like
do that as an adult.
like even like adults.
Bunch of
It'd be
grown-ass
amazing. It'd be so
adults.
fun. Like no one's like
That's true. Like
gonna say that's not fun.
take a kid's game that was just like played imaginary like as a kid and then like
Hide and seek.
scale it up as an adult with like production quality and like drones and cameras and stuff, and that would be
And,
like
like, a
such a
city.
fun thing.
like a
Hide
big
and seek
city,
in
like
the
an
city.
urban. Like that'd be so fun. That'd be so cool.
I
I
mean,
love that.
hide and seek I feel like would be impossible if
No,
you're
like, hide
like
and
beyond
seek,
like
no, but,
one
like, yeah,
yard. Like oh,
Alright, so
hide in the
there's like
city of
there's like boundaries. You have to
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
in like this part of like South Lowell, whatever. You have to stay in that part of the city.
like if it's like hide and seek, it would just you'd never find anybody.
Yeah, that'd be impossible.
Yeah, it'd be
but,
impossible.
Yeah,
But I mean, there
like,
could be other things, other games.
Hide and
like,
seek over a week. You just leave everything you have going on. You just play a week long hide and
Quit your
seek.
job.
Yeah, it's like a Mr.
you
Beast
have
challenge.
food and yeah, I know you're like camping out like into the woods, just like
Yeah,
surviving.
games.
That's what I mean. You just like park in a random place and then walk 5 miles in any direction. Like no one's gonna find you.
No,
That'd be impossible. You just
Play
like
cops and robbers.
cops and robbers. Yeah.
yeah, something like that'd be cool though. It's like a giant like 20 like or like 50v50 like tag thing like in an urban environment, just like with adults. Like that'd be
Well,
so
usually
much
tags
fun.
not like one team against
No,
the
not
other
like
team.
tag, but like
50
I don't know,
free
some-
by
some-
cars
like
and
like
shit.
a
Hold on.
like a freeze tag kind of thing,
Oh,
like
yeah.
with teams and like I don't
I was
know.
like, I wanted to
something like
hear what 50v50 tag rules would be. Like just 50 people against just fucking hitting each other. It's like what's happening?
that. We're all in. Like what?
Everybody's it. Like what teams am I on?
No, I was thinking like a I don't know, like tag someone like the other team like would capture like a manhunt kind of thing, like a weird mix of hybrid game thing.
Like 50 people fighting 50
But-
other people.
Oh, we're playing
No.
Ultimate Super
It's a
Soaker.
50v50 mosh pit fight to death.
Mosh Pit
Fight
Fight
to the
Club.
death in just the middle of the road. All right, this is just a riot. We're just creating a riot.
Ultimate water balloon fight.
Yeah, that would be cool for like just
Yeah.
like a single event. Like yeah, anything like that's just like done at scale with like ton of people would just be
Ultimate egg toss
extreme
would be
competition.
cool.
Extreme snowball
Ultimate
fight.
egg toss.
Egg
It's
toss.
got-
You just chuck
Snowball
an
fight,
egg
yeah.
down the street, and it's like football. You gotta like there's a line hut, and then the person throws an egg as far as they can, and the other person has to run and catch the egg.
Yeah, I don't know
Or
if you
Scott,
And,
if
and if
you
you
just
miss,
like
you die.
if you just huck an egg, I feel like there's
I don't
no
think-
way it's gonna be
Yeah.
caught.
Yeah,
It's got ultimate snowball fight.
I feel like if
Yeah, snowball fight is like solid. That one's hard
I
because
feel like
you it's very specific to like time of
Yeah.
year.
I
That
feel like
would
if
be
you
fun.
threw an egg that hard though, it would just break as you threw it.
Just crack through it.
Like the force you're throwing it,
Yeah.
it would just break right away.
That would be cool.
I don't know. Maybe this is shitty to just do that. They should just like shut down the city like once a month and just play like a giant game with people. Like people's lives
Yeah.
would just be
It
better.
would build relations,
Like-
or
Yeah,
tear
it
people
would
down
like
'cause
it
they're
would
so
build
competitive.
real relationships in the city to know people and to like explore places in your city.
like
so if, like
enjoy life in
yeah,
general.
like the
People
city
hate
set up
that
like
life so
a
much.
scavenger hunt thing, and you're like, oh man, you went and you're like, oh, I didn't know
That's
about this
cool.
restaurant or all these people, and
Yeah.
it's like that's cool.
It's like explore and have fun.
Oh my god, you gotta do that
Fucking
ultimate
Derek
tag
wins
team.
every game we play every month.
That'd be
Are
cool
we-
though.
Like the city fucking game master, he wins everything.
It was like for a weekend, the whole city's like shut down. Like everywhere's closed. Like you can't have it in the open, but it's like this giant like fun game
Block
thing.
party
Everyone
thing,
just,
yeah. Like, and I feel like that's the stuff that like these people don't do. They're so concentrated on like just all this other nonsense. It's like people just want to like have fun and like do stuff like
you
that.
know, enjoy life, explore, do different things.
It'll pretty much be purge.
No, we're not killing each other.
No, we're not
That's
murdering
bad,
people
dude.
for no reason.
Well, that's
I mean,
Christian's
there's-
idea of
No,
fun.
but
Probably going to be people that are trying that, which is the
Yeah, I
most
know,
well,
that's
the
sad
part.
purge
part.
is like shutting down that whole city. I think it was.
What?
What?
Was it a whole city or a whole?
What are you talking about?
We
Whole
talking about?
country,
whole-
I thought.
Yeah,
No,
the
when they
purge?
do the purge.
Yeah, the purge was like the whole country.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
the U.S. that what
like
you're asking?
ultimate hide and seek. It's coming in like the end of the month. Like, you know,
The whole
like
country
something crazy
hide
like
and seek?
that. Like the concept of purge.
The whole country is like, well, who's it? I don't even know who the fuck I'm looking for.
You get like
What-
there's like a
so-
lottery, and one person just like says you're the person that has to find everyone. You have to find like the entire country.
So what if the entire country was like, or a majority of the country was on a team, and it's sort of like a manhunt, and you have to find like
That's a civil
you
war.
have to find like 100 people. There's like there's like 100,000 people trying to find 100 people, but they can go anywhere in the country.
Oh my
No,
god,
that's
that'd be
impossible.
crazy. You can organize that though. That'd be kind of cool. But it would be
There's just
impossible.
no way to sweep through enough places.
Yeah, that'd be impossible.
Like
It's
switch
like-
everyone's guns to lasers. They would play laser tag.
It would be cool if it was like
Oh, laser tag would
your
be cool.
example, but in like a game show setting where it was like you get $1 for every person you find, and you have like 24 hours to find people. So obviously, like you would be stuck like within so long because you can't go multi-state within 24 hours. But like that'd be pretty cool. You just like fucking rush in and find people, like to find as many people as you can to like get more money. It'd just be like an interesting like thing to
If you
watch.
get found before somebody else, you lose money.
No, like you give
Like,
your money to
yeah.
that person or something.
What? How do you find someone without them finding
Like,
you?
If somebody like spots you before, like
Like, hey, I see you! Like 3 blocks away. Like, no, you don't.
You like
Like,
turn
I-
in the corner. No.
And just sneak
Well,
up behind
yeah,
them
it's
and
like-
just like
You have like
break their neck.
for where the person is there's like barriers or like zones that go wider and wider. If you're like in the inner zone, you have like $10 in your name or something like that. And if you get found before the time runs out in that zone, like you lose your $10 and it goes to the person who found you or something. And the further out
You
you
going out
go,
of
the more
bounds.
money you have or something.
You lose
Yeah.
$10. No, I
Or
don't.
maybe the opposite. If you're closer, it's more of a risk because you're could be found. So it's like $100 if you're close. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
you get like a little map on your phone, and there's like
Develop an app.
there's like 10 people in the circle, and like Scott said, there's like zones. The further you away, like if you choose a far zone, there's less money you get because there's more space to hide.
Yeah, yeah,
If you go in
That's
the
what I was
middle
trying
with
to say.
everybody, like the winner gets $100,
yeah.
Oh, I kind of get what you're saying.
and it's like a city thing, like
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, sort of like everybody gets out of their house, they walk to a zone.
Are you like
it
trying
would,
to
it would
find
have to
each
be
other though?
no, but it would have to be
Or,
like,
like,
a
one
zone,
person
like
trying to
like Brian
find
said, like a zone where it's like the middle person. That's where you stand. Like that's where they're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And
Oh, and the closer to that person.
yeah, so like that person is this middle, and then it's like a green, a yellow, and a red. So if you're in the red, you're super far away, so it's like $10. Yellow is like 50, and then the inner circle's 100. So you're really close, so you have more risk of being found, but there's a
And
higher reward.
You pick the zone, and you have to stay in
So-
that zone the whole time the person's looking for you.
So it's the ultimate battle royale.
No, what are you
We're
talking
not
about?
punching, killing.
No,
Like
It's
we
hide and
don't.
seek.
battle royale is the
Just hide
circles
and
going
seek.
closer and
Yeah, but
closer.
it's not that the
closer,
circle's
closer.
getting less. It's
That's
like a
not
person's
closing.
going out and finding it. Because
just-
there would be
the
no
zones
way
have
to like
different
iterate a
rewards.
battle royale. Well, I mean, I guess if you have some app that like
Poisonous
is
gas in
is-
the air that's slowly closing in on the whole
Just
city.
kill
no, but like
you.
you would do it like on your phone. You would set up like an app that has like the Google Maps with
Like
like,
a GPS
an
and it
overlay
has,
thing, and
like-
you would see like
yeah.
the thing. But yeah, you could easily do something like that with like set a spot and just pick the spot and
Was
then
it AR?
create zones around it, and then like set up a little like hide and seek thing there. That'd be kind of
Imagine,
cool.
imagine using
I wanna make that.
the
Sounds like-
AR technology.
Damn.
Like just you have to. The only way you can actually look at it is through the AR.
We shouldn't release this video yet.
We should collab.
The
with
AR
these
thing
to
is
do this.
is interesting. Where you like you hold it up and you could see what zone you're in, kind of thing. Like that's
Yeah.
cool. But even just
That-
like
yeah,
just
that'd be
just GPS based, I think would be really cool.
Yeah,
Because you would
just
you
like
would
how-
show like your dot would be on the map, and if you walk further with your location on it, would show like you go from green to yellow. And if you're sitting in the green and you get found, like they know, oh, you're in the green, I get your money or something.
And
It's
like,
more
oh,
like
you got
gambling. It's kind of like
I know the
gambling,
money
too,
thing is.
though.
I just thinking about that. I'm like, nah, it's kind of like it's a lot of gambling.
You could have like
Ultimate
Yeah, but
casual,
you just say
and
it's a
then you could
game
have-
show. And
You
you're
could have
fine.
casual, or you could have competitive. Like money.
I mean, that's cool. Like that'd be cool to like
Oh.
organize something like that, right? That'd be cool.
It's probably like an only in Vegas type of thing.
And then we just have like a
No.
bunch of people with
Yeah.
cameras filming the people hiding. You just like some guy's hiding, you just put the camera in front of him, just like.
You're like, I see the camera, dude. He's
Yeah.
like, go away. He's like, just looking. He's like, I see you.
He's like,
He's like,
"Go
God
away."
damn it.
But it'd be cool. Imagine have like a drone above it and see people just run out and start hiding. Like that would be like a cool thing.
Cool.
Sort of on this basis, have you guys seen, Logan Paul, or I think it was Jake Paul, I don't remember.
God.
They had a YouTube video, and they had that famous police officer. He's like a SWAT guy. He goes into people's house, and he's a bounty hunter basically.
Dog.
And not dog, but
and
I forget the dude's
anyways.
name. But he calls the bounty hunter guy, and for content, the bounty hunter guy comes to his Jake Paul or Logan Paul's house, whoever it was, and has to find him, and he's hiding in his house on his property, and he's got him and 10 friends, and it's the last one to get found and arrested wins.
That's
Or
cool.
not
I
arrested,
I like that.
That sounds
scenario.
cool, except for I hate Jake Paul so much.
So he's like a real,
yeah,
he's like a
he
real,
sucks.
cop bounty
they're
hunter
both
guy.
terrible people, but
He's a real cop bounty hunter guy,
Yeah.
and he's
You should
actually
have-
using.
Well, it's like that
tasers
other
on these
show.
people and
Arrested them
shit.
all.
Right, that's like that other show, like that.
They did a
the
show like
FBI
that, yeah.
show where it's like, you leave now, you have 10 hours to get somewhere, and then we have to find you. If you
they
stay
did
hidden,
recently. Yeah, they did a hunted. It was called Hunted.
Yeah.
and they had 10 teams, and each team had actual FBI agents trying to find
That's
them.
what they
And,
had,
they did real world stuff where they were the FBI would use the ATM cameras to get the
Yeah.
license plates off the cars, and they had to run away from.
that's what I
the
meant.
FBI,
They had
and, they would-
real stuff
actual
to use.
It was crazy.
But
That was
setting
pretty
up
cool.
like
That was
Brian's
cool.
example, either the hide and seek thing or the in a property where it's one person is a detective,
Yeah.
and you have to those scenarios are really cool and would be really fun
Not
as an
too
adult.
hard to do either.
No, I mean you can do it outside anywhere. You could rent some warehouse or something and just for the day to invite 20 people and just play something like that.
Yeah, it's like a bigger version of an escape room.
Or it's it's kind of an opposite version where it's multiple people and it's one person's trying to find it. It's all on the same ideas.
An
but
escape city. It's the whole city. You have to escape from a whole city.
that would be badass.
Escape
If you could
room on
if
a
you could
whole scale like that.
fence in a block neighborhood, and
Oh
then
my God.
you have to get out of the
that.
neighborhood via all these things. That
That'd
would
be
cost
crazy.
a lot of money to set up, but that would be pretty awesome.
Mm.
So we need to buy a piece of land.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
All the money
start
that we
there.
got right now.
We need to
Then I have
buy
to
a
build a
full-
city on that land.
Welcome to Escape Land
We're gonna
Designer
or
range.
Escape Island.
forward the boys
Own everything.
island.
Just do the same thing that the UFC is
We
doing. Just
don't-
buy an island and we can
it's not
just
in the
do
budget
everything we
at
want.
the moment.
Yeah,
I don't think
budget's
they bought the
Unfortunately.
island. I think
minimum.
they just
yeah. They just rented the island.
Oh,
UFC.
Yaz Island or something like that.
Mr. Beast just buys islands.
They sold that
I bought
island the
islands.
day after that video.
They gave it to somebody.
Yeah, the guy
But
Chandler.
the guy who.
Yeah, the guy Chandler.
Oh,
They gave it to
who
him.
won it?
He won that challenge. But then the
and
day
he sold
after,
it.
Chandler sold it to
Uh,
the area's thing or something. It was mostly for the video. They really did it, but then they immediately left it and then got most of their money back.
hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how that guy. He did some crazy influencer trivia
good.
thing today with
He's
so
good
many
though.
people.
Yeah, I know. But he's good because he does a lot of good stuff. So
Oh yeah,
he's
he
one of the
he
good-
donates a ton of
the
stuff
good
and he
ones.
puts it all back into his videos. So
Yeah, he's cool. He's one of the good YouTubers.
something interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
well,
recap.
Yeah.
We talked about how much we hate video games.
yeah.
But we also love him.
Video games are awesome. We're probably gonna go play some right after this.
We talked
Gonna
about
mod the
we
heck
gave
out of
a
it.
sneak peek of a game the Board with the Boys are gonna make.
It's in the works, and we gave away a bunch of
And,
cool
ideas
in-person
to other
game
people.
ideas.
Yeah, hopefully no one steals them.
So we're gonna buy an island.
Yeah, and we're buying
Well-
an island eventually.
We're gonna
And,
buy a van. We're gonna buy
Yeah,
an
we're gonna
island.
jump out of a van.
I've got a
We have
van.
too
You ever
many
seen?
things
You ever seen?
to
You ever
remember.
seen that? I think it was a documentary. The guy that bought an island or something to throw the biggest concert ever, but it failed.
Fire Festival? That thing?
I think it was that.
Yeah,
I don't
that was
remember.
Yeah, it
last
wasn't
year.
necessarily that, but no, that was a while ago now. But it wasn't necessarily that, but yeah, it was just
That was just poor
Disaster.
planning in general. That was just stupid. Yeah. Well, on that note,
Well, Board with the Boys.
yeah, this was a
Stay
fun one.
tuned.
It was a fun one. We'll catch you. We'll
Just-
catch you next week.
See
Come
you
back
on
for
Rocket
more.
League.
Hit like,
no.
subscribe to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, our everything we have that you
This-
can think of. Just
Just
do it.
everything.
Do it. Subscribe. Tune
There,
in.
there.
Wherever
Keep
it is
coming
on
back.
the screen. If it's
Yeah,
over
right here.
here, if it's over
Where
there.
Scott is.
I don't think Scott
Is
is
the
over
icon.
there.
Just click on him. Click on Scott, then
Somewhere.
subscribe to Tim.
Click on
Subscribe
Scott's
to
nose.
Tim.
Click on my nose. Will be a
If you
subscribe
click on
button.
Scott's nose, you get $10,000.
Yeah.
We gotta be careful what
When
we
we
promise.
hit 100,000
Yeah, no.
subscribers, we'll give away someone $1.
We'll give away Scott's nose.
Yeah, I'll get it. Scott's nose
He just
replacement
chops it off on camera.
on camera. Someone gets it. One lucky subscriber.
You get him.
All right, we're done.
All right.
We need to get on
Later.
before Christian says anything else.
See ya.
See ya.
Peace.
See ya.